It's the NFL on EA Sports. And up next is Xavier Howard.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, the beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have a letdown.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now, Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time. Tua to throw right away. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end Mike Gesicki. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. 49ers offense trots out for their first series, and they're led by the 3rd overall pick for the 2021 draft out of North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check. Yellow. Line. Check right.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This defense for the Dolphins, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he stopped after a gain of 1, not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Switch. Yellow. Check hut. Check pitch. Switch red.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And Lance again going to keep it. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance buying time to his... Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Tua. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Ready.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot. And
that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
And Lance going to throw.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time tonight. National audience gets a look at the Colts for a 2nd straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 13. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 29, Tua over the middle and complete to Waddle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And this one's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Mostert. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Raheem Mostert, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season.
And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Big Raekwon Davis, the man fighting in for that sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
They find some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Niners will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers.
Danny Gray,
69 yards.
And the 49ers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Gold with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And here comes Raheem Mostert and the Miami offense.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the score.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, you got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Here's Lance.
Forced out to his left. It's caught. Mitchell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 14-yard line.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
72 yards rushing now from Mostert as he picks up a 1st down.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Okay, break.
On play action, here's Tua.
Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for the 1st and goal.
They'll run with Mostert. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Back now here in Santa Clara. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. It's Dolphin football. It's also a Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Again, it's Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing now is Lance. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just want to lead the game out that way.
And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Lance. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And down he'll go at the 25. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Here's Lance to throw it. Being chased out left.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 93 yards rushing for him now to this point. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Down right around the 25. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Here's Mostert, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
This is caught by Malik Turner. Finding space at the 40.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Lance to throw on 2nd down here.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
To throw, it's Lance.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
133 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's into the hands of Waddle downfield.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. And now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Miami, the win will be number 11 for them on the year. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.